Hey, Faroe Islands. Man, I'm excited
Alabama
about that.
Hills. That's not Whitney.
That is not Mount Whitney. That's right.
So I was thinking about something the other day. We had done a workshop in Death Valley.
Yep.
We had shot at Zabriskie Point, and then we had gone over to I for always know is that 20 Mule
Yeah,
Team,
20 Mule Team. Yep.
20 Mule Team. And in 20 Mule Team, I don't think there's an iconic shot that the world knows about and
Nope.
everybody goes to photograph.
Right.
And when we go there, I've noticed that people come home with a lot of different images. They're not all the same.
Very true. Good point. Good
There's
observation.
we
Yeah.
could be standing at the same spot and people come away with something different because they're using, I'll use the word vision, whether they recognize it or not. They're seeing it the way they see it and portraying it the way they see it. But I thought about when we were at Manly Beacon, something different occurred. Most people's images look the same. They are standing in generally the same place. They are focused on Manly Beacon and they wait for the sun to hit it. They're in color and they all look the same. And I thought they've thrown their vision out the window because
Interesting.
this is an iconic shot that they have seen photographed before. And now they're kind of imprinting that photographer's vision on their image.
Interesting.
So when we're at an iconic location, we tend to fall into, I'm going to shoot this like Ansel shot it. When we're in a non iconic location, we're seeing for ourselves.
Interesting. Wow, I had never thought about that. But that right now, that rings really true. And it also um, kind of, for lack of a better word, is kind of a testimony to your approach of number one, not looking at other images. Like, again, I keep referring to the Alabama Hills the first time I took you there, and also to creating honest work, right? Because all those derivative images of Manly Beacon are just that. They're including mine, they're derivative. But I did, yeah, I'm just thinking a recent image on Instagram I did post from Zabriskie Point was of Manly Beacon from a completely different angle, and it was infrared. And in my mind's eye vision, I saw the sky being incredibly dark so that it would make that foreground Manly Beacon just go. I mean, and I even wrote, I said, this is I'm sorry, folks. I know this scene's been photographed a million times, but I really feel like I've captured it as I've felt about it for years and never been able to do.
Yeah.
And the feedback was really positive in that regard. Wow, I've never seen this take on Manly Beacon. But it took me years to get to not do, to get to that. So that's really curious. And it's probably why in the vision retreat coming up, you were adamant that we're going to go to a
Oh,
location
yeah.
that nobody knows, and
Yeah.
we're not going to tell them until they get there.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know, squirrels prefer acorns over walnuts.
And yet, I've noticed that that's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and
So I think that going to a new location without any idea of where you're going, no researching it, no buying a guidebook, no looking at anybody else's images, will give you a chance of seeing it fresh and allowing you to put your vision on the images. Because if where I'm taking people, they get there and they go, oh, this is where Ansel shot that one
yeah,
shot. I'll guarantee you we'll have a whole bunch of images that look like Ansel's shot.
yeah. So I wonder if when we go to Zabriskie Point in January of next year, we should we should try a little exercise there and
Huh.
tell them that they cannot photograph Manly Beacon.
Interesting.
I wonder, they would be
Can't come home with
pissed.
the trophy shot.
They would be pissed, I'm sure,
Now,
right?
in my old self, I would have wanted to come home with that shot though,
Of
because
course,
my neighbors and my friends wouldn't know Ansel had shot that or somebody else had
of
shot that.
course. Yeah.
And to them, they would be very impressed. But when I got to this point of wanting to create honest work, I said, well, wait a minute, but I know
Yeah.
it's not an honest shot. I know it's not an original shot. I know it's not a Cole shot.
Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff, man. That this one's going to have me thinking for a while. Folks, comment below. Is there some truth in Cole's
Yeah.
observation today? Right? Interested to
You,
know your thoughts as
yeah,
usual.
do you tend to be more original when you go to a new location versus an iconic one?
Yeah.
Okay.